McMillen ENgineering has been working with National Pike Water Authority since its inception, and actually even prior to that, when it was the HCSW Water Authority. And in the early days, there was a lot of concern over public water and mandatory connections. It's been exciting to watch National Pike grow over the years. They're an authority that started off with a non-mandatory connection. And so when we would do a project, normally we'd have about 100% of the commercial users on the line sign up for the water and take the water initially. Of the residential users, we'd normally have approximately 80% sign up initially in the project, but within a short period of time, maybe 5-10 years at the most, our residential rate of users on the lines are in the 90s, 95% range. So it's exciting to see an authority like this that have overcome challenges, because it's very difficult to find funding if they don't have a mandatory connection. And this authority has found ways to overcome that.
We had our engineers continue looking out for us for grant money that would be available, and they did find some grant money. And so out of the $315,000, we were able to secure the system, was paying 25% of our money, and the funding source then supplied the rest of the money. So this took a while to develop, but a few years into that process, our engineers working on it diligently helped us to achieve that.
When we originally designed the system back in 2001, it was designed to meet the minimum requirements of DEP. And our funding source at the time would not allow us to build additional capacity in the system. We had to design for what the need was of the day. And National Pike has been very successful over the years of having constant growth in the system. And that constant growth had gotten to the point where the existing tanks were inadequate to continue with the demand of the system. So they were forced to look for some additional storage capacity. And we worked with the authority, and we've identified numerous places within the system to build some additional reservoirs. So behind me here is National Pike Water Authority's newest water storage tank. The tank is approximately 112 foot tall of usable storage area. And then there's a dome lid on the top, which is another 3 or 4 feet in addition to that. The way it's constructed is interesting. A lot of people ask me, what size crane did they have to bring in to lift that material up there for a 112 foot tall tank? But actually it's built from the top down. And what I mean by that is we have a large concrete base. You see just sort of a pedestal here in front of us. Actually underneath where I'm standing, and there's a large concrete footer that holds it in place, and then this bottom ring of steel is actually embedded into the concrete. Okay, so they actually come in and they'll pour the footer, embed the first steel plate into the concrete, and then after that they build the top, and they'll build it right over top of that ring, and then after they assemble the top, they jack it up one section, which is approximately 5 feet, and they'll build another section and then jack it up again. And so really you're building it from the top down. And that enables the workers to work here on the ground level. You don't need a crane to assemble this.
We don't have to really worry so much about the process, as long as we have McMillen doing the work that they do. That kind of alleviates us from having to worry about, are we doing the right thing? Is this what we need to do? They design, keep us in touch with what they're doing, and then they carry out, and so far everything has worked according to the way they said it would.